Stage, please.
Questo sigaro लाइव दिखे कभी ऐसे नहीं दिखेगा, हमेशा ऐसा दिखेगा, कोई हो जाएगा।
What a pleasant Sunday evening. The mysticism and the aura of the audience add to the vibes too. Good evening to one and all present here. It's our honor to be surrounded by so many special people and be blessed in the fellowship of this gorgeous occasion. I, Dipali Mohanta, and I, Mitali Goyal, feel privileged to stand before you and extend a warm welcome with great joy and immense exultation on the launch of Khushi's debut novel. Yes, today we are going to witness the unveiling of the book, Phase number 42, authored by Khushi Mohanta.
A guest in the house is always a good sign of fortune in the near future. It's a matter of great pride, and we feel raptured in welcoming our chief guest of today's priceless function, Dr. Kumud Bansal. Can we have a big round of applause for Dr. Kumud Bansal? Born in the prestigious Khazanchi family of Sirsa, her early education is from Birla School, Pilani. Bachelor's of Law and post-graduation in Philosophy from the University of Punjab. She is a linguophile, well-versed in German and Portuguese. Dr. Kumud Bansal is a globetrotter and is truly reflected in her versatile writings. Well known for her work in the field of education and inclination towards social service, ma'am is a published and widely read author of the current era. Some famous books authored by her are Vibes, Raymond, Jeevan Kala, Chintan, and many more. She has rendered services in various fields, having worked as General Secretary of Advocate Council, Haryana, National Secretary of All India Advocate Council, Founder Secretary of Samadhan, Founder General Secretary of Setu, Lifetime member of Red Cross Society, Director of Haryana Sahitya Academy, former Director of Haryana Urdu Academy, and the list goes on. She has been honored with an Excellence Award by National Women Commission, and presently she is a chairperson of Shobha Devi Ramanand Bansal Foundation and Rashobha Teaching College. It is impossible for us to pen down in words every accomplishment of hers as they are countless. We have a great sense of admiration and appreciation for your achievements, ma'am. It's also a great honor for me to introduce and welcome our guest of honor of the startlingly beautiful evening, Professor Deepti Dharmani at CDLU Sirsa. With an experience of 37 years, Ma'am Dharmani has rendered her services as Chairperson, Department of English, Chaudhry Devilal University, Sirsa, Dean Academic Affairs, Dean of Social Science, Chairperson, Department of Journalism and Mass Communication. Professor Deepti Dharmani has the privilege of being the Governor's nominee in the high academic and administrative bodies of various universities, including the Central University of Himachal Pradesh and Kurukshetra University. Ma'am is a doctorate from Kurukshetra University. The presence of such a learned and experienced personality in today's event is a blessing. All in all, She is widely sought after as a professor and is always willing to mentor students. Her generosity and kindness can be appreciated by her arrival from Chandigarh to grace the occasion. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming and bestowing us with your presence. I am profusely elated to take the opportunity to introduce our special guests, Mr. Sridhar Maheshwari and Mr. R.K. Vadbaji. He is on the way. Mr. Sridhar is a gold medalist in psychology, presently running Sridhar Life School in Noida. He is a counseling psychologist, but he closely relates to being a philosopher, writer, video maker, and a public speaker. Your presence amidst us adds more joy and color to the evening festivity. We once again roll down a red carpet of welcome for the august gathering present here.
Now I would request Mr. Amish Mohanta and Ms. Dipali Mohanta to welcome the guests and other dignitaries by presenting a token of gratitude. So now, without any further delays, let's begin the evening with a note from Father's heart. Or maybe direct Dil Se has a nice ring to it.
What else as a parents could we have dreamt of than launching the debut novel of a young daughter? Good evening to all distinguished dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted and extremely honored by such an elite gathering at the book launching ceremony. It is an honor for Khushi to get a book unwrapped by a person from where she availed her preliminary education, Rashobha Gurukul. It's aptly quoted, "You reap what you sow." I thank Rashobha Gurukul's management and staff for laying the foundation for Khushi. Your efforts have made her what is she today, though she has miles to go. It would be unfair if I don't mention the author's mother, whose dedication, patience, and guidance has brought out this quality in her. Right from the age of 5, she was given a conducive atmosphere to speak in English, and Voka Boom has played an instrumental role in it. As it is the name only expressed to impress. With this target, Voka Boom has been creating Voka Boomers since 2008. Ladies and gentlemen, every time a book makes it to this world, a person, a clan, a community, and then the nation is given a voice. Without print literature, all our understanding and viewpoints are only what mainstream media dictates us. Poetry, short stories, novels give voice, deeper understanding, context, and land wings to the imagination by making us live and experience through fictional characters. A great civilization is grounded on great literature, through the culture of storytelling, to remember the history of recollecting the past events and teaching the fundamental life to the posterity. The book we are launching tonight is an epitome of how stories bridge charms between generations to foster trust and understanding for a better lifestyle. This event is generally merely not a book launch, but for me as a parent, it is a moment of pride. As a Khushi is about to turn 18, a milestone in our life, and I as her parents too, to see her grow, how beautiful, small, fragile child I first saw in hospital 17 years ago, until today to a strong and independent girl sitting in front of me. Koshi stands smart and beautiful now, but has worried us few times over the years with the varied choice of his career. But now, if she wants it, she will work upon it. We are all here today to say, we all love you, wish you all the happiness in whatever you do next. Khushi has filled my life and my wife's life with happiness that neither can word express, nor can a scale measure. Wishing you lots of love, success and happiness, my angel, but always remember, aim for the stars, for if you fall, you will land on the moon. Aim for the stars, because if you fall, you will land on the moon. The sky is the limit. Concluding from a line from your book, beta, reach the zenith. Reach the zenith, the rummage is still on. The rummage is still on. Thank you so much.
That was so heart-touching, beautifully penned down. What else do parents expect from their children? I will now request our dignitaries to unveil the novel. What a joyful and momentous moment. Thank you. I would request the photographers to please capture the moment. I would request Mr. Sridhar Maheshwari to reflect on Khushi's life right from her childhood until now as an author.
Good afternoon, everybody. पूरी लाइफ के बारे में तो आई डोंट नो बता पाऊंगा, बट आई एम श्योर गोना टेल फ्यू थिंग्स अबाउट खुशी. तो सबसे पहले ऑब्वियसली आई एम वेरी वेरी प्राउड, पर मैं थोड़ा जेलस भी हूँ. मुझसे 14 साल छोटी है ये, ठीक है. मैं कब से सोच रहा हूँ एक बुक लिख दूँ. ये मैडम 18 ईयर्स के एज में करके बैठ गए. सो ऑब्वियसली अब मुझे भी कॉम्प्लेक्स आ गया. आई एम एक्चुअली इंस्पायर्ड, नॉट जोकिंग. सो प्राउड एंड जेलस. अब खुशी के बारे में a few points. पहली बात तो, बिकॉज आई वॉन्ट यू गाइज टू नो थोड़ा सा पर्सनली अबाउट हर इज वेल. तो शी इज़ वेरी अटैच्ड टू ऑल ऑफ अस, ठीक है. लाइक एज ए ह्यूमन बहुत केयरिंग, बहुत इमोशनल है. मतलब हम ऐसे कुछ दिन मिल लेते हैं और फिर जा भी रहे होते हैं ना, तो रोने वोने लग जाती है. मतलब मैं खुद सोचता हूँ कि हम तो इतने अच्छे हैं नहीं कि हम हमारे जाने पर रोए, पर शी इज़ सो इमोशनल दैट शी एक्चुअली इज़ वेरी कनेक्टेड एंड शी केयर सो मच. फिर दूसरा हमने देख ही लिया, वेरी वेरी हार्ड वर्किंग. देखो यहाँ पर वी हैव ऑल सीन, आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू गाइज नो हर जर्नी, हर पर्सनल जर्नी, कि उसने शी वाज स्ट्रगलिंग विद वेट, वांटेड टू रिड्यूस हर वेट, तो बहुत लाइक इट टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ हार्ड वर्क, शी डिड ऑल ऑफ दैट, और फिर खुद से इंस्पायर होकर उस पर बुक भी लिख दी. सो इमेजिन द वर्किंग हार्ड. सो दैट्स क्लियरली लाइक मेरे लिए एक रेवलेशन था इन पास्ट कपल ऑफ ईयर्स, बिकॉज दैट्स वेयर आई सॉ द स्पार्क कि ये इतना काम कर सकती है. इससे पहले तो हमने बस इसको रोते धोते देखा था घर में, बट देन आई रियलाइज कि येस शी हैज दैट पोटेंशियल. देन एक अजीब सा फैक्ट, इसको गार्लिक की चटनी बहुत पसंद है और कंकड़ पत्थर के साथ भी खिला दो खा लेगी, दांत टूट जाएंगे पर कहीं खाना अच्छा था. सो शी लव्स इट सो मच. जस्ट सम ट्रिविया अबाउट हर. एंड एक चीज़ जो शायद लोगों को नहीं पता वो बतानी ज़रूरी है, दैट जैसे आप लोगों ने दुनिया में लोग देखे होंगे जो स्टोरी सुनाते हैं फिर खुद की स्टोरी पर खुद हंसने लग जाते हैं. ठीक है, वो बता रहे हैं बीच बीच में खुद की स्टोरी पर हंस रहे हैं और उनकी हंसी इतनी फनी होती है कि बाकी लोग देख के हंसने लग जाते हैं. सो दैट्स आवर खुशी. ठीक है, लाइक शी इज़ द बॉर्न स्टोरी टेलर. तो हम उसकी खुशी की स्टोरी की एंडिंग की वेट भी नहीं करते. ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ही हमारा एंटरटेनमेंट हो जाता है. सो प्लीज़ टॉक टू हर पर्सनली और फिर आपको पता चलेगा. ठीक है, नाउ जैसे आपने यहाँ देखा है लिखा हुआ है टॉक ऑन ओबेसिटी एंड मेंटल हेल्थ. टॉक नहीं होने वाली, बट आई एम श्योर गोना से कपल ऑफ पॉइंट्स. मैं साइकोलॉजिस्ट हूँ तो थोड़ा रिकमेंडेशन देने की आदत है. सो आई एम जस्ट गोना डू दैट. तो जैसे खुशी की नॉवल है, इट्स अबाउट अ गर्ल जो कि ओबीज है, तानिया, एंड शी इज़ बुलीड बाय दिस गाय पीटर, राइट, एंड इट्स वेरी ट्रबलिंग फॉर हर. तो वो उसकी एंड हाउ शी गोज थ्रू दैट जर्नी. सो मैं कुछ ज़्यादा बताऊंगा नहीं, ऑब्वियसली यू हैव टू रीड द बुक, बट आई जस्ट वांट टू आस्क यू गाइस, जस्ट अ शो ऑफ हैंड्स, कितने लोगों ने लाइफ में मोटे लोगों पर जोक किया है? तो मैंने किया है, तो लाइक आई वुड एग्री, ऑब्वियसली आई वुड बी ऑनेस्ट. और हमने मोटे जोक्स पर हंसा है, कि एक्चुअली फैट जोक्स पर हंसा है, राइट. बचपन में तो बहुत ज़्यादा था मेरे स्कूल में. जिन लोगों ने हाथ नहीं करा कि आई नो कि सब्जेक्ट ऐसा है, तो यू प्रॉब्ली डोंट वांट टू सीम जजमेंटल, बट इट्स द ट्रूथ ऑफ लाइफ कि भाई ये बैठेगा तो इसको 2 की जगह चाहिए, ये बैठेगा तो चेयर टूट जाएगी, ये खाना खाता है तो घर का राशन खत्म हो जाता है. ऐसे जोक्स हम सुनते हैं. ठीक है, वी कीप मेकिंग दोज जोक्स. तो बट रियलिटी यही है कि इन जोक्स का इन दैट मोमेंट डेफिनेटली एंटरटेनमेंट होता है, बट दे हर्ट अ लॉट. तो इसके अंदर आई वुड से एक बेसिक आइडिया ये है कि अगर आप किसी पर जोक कर रहे हो और वो इंसान घर जाकर रो रहा है तो कुछ गलत हो रहा है, राइट. एंड दैट्स व्हाट हैपन्स वेरी रेगुलरली इन आवर सोसाइटी. जैसे चाहे वो जोक हाइट पे हो या वेट पे हो या कलर पे हो, किसी के ड्रेसिंग सेंस पे हो, आप कर देते हो इन द मोमेंट, 4 लोग हंस देते हैं एंड वी फील कि चलो क्या बड़ी बात है. बट वो इंसान घर जाता है, रोता है, सोचता है, रात को परेशान होता है कि दुनिया मुझे ऐसा देखती है. सो ये जो डार्कर साइड है ये ऑफन मिस हो जाती है, एंड आई एम ग्लैड दिस वाज ब्रॉट आउट इन दिस बुक. तो अगर मैं एक रिकमेंडेशन दे सकता हूँ, जो कि मैं बड़ा पर्सनली भी बिलीव करता हूँ इसमें, कि अब सोसाइटी से मजाक ख़त्म नहीं हो सकता. ऑफ कोर्स आप दोस्तों में मिलोगे, मजाक करोगे, इट्स जस्ट पार्ट ऑफ लाइफ. बट एक अच्छी गाइडलाइन ये होती है कि क्या वो मजाक बराबरी का है कि नहीं है, राइट. कि क्या वो दोनों तरफ चल रहा है कि नहीं चल रहा, कि सामने वाला भी आपकी मजाक उड़ा रहा है, आप उसकी उड़ा रहे हो, और आप दोनों हंस रहे हो, दोनों सह भी रहे हो. तो देयर इज सम क्वालिटी इन दैट रोस्टिंग, इन दैट रिडिक्यूलिंग, राइट, इन मॉकिंग, देन इट्स फेयर. बट अगर ये वन साइडेड हो, तो वो जैसे 4 लोग हैं, आप जिसका फ्रेंड ग्रुप है, आपको पता होगा 1-2 टारगेट होते हैं ग्रुप में जिनकी सबसे ज़्यादा टांग खींची जाती है, तो वो उस ग्रुप के लिए अच्छा होता है, बट उस पर्सन के लिए बहुत डेवस्टेटिंग हो सकता है. तो मेरा हमेशा गाइडलाइन यही रहता है कि कीप जोकिंग, बट मेक श्योर दैट इट्स इक्वल एंड द अदर पर्सन इज ऑल्सो एंजॉइंग. क्योंकि अदरवाइज यू आर काइंड ऑफ स्टीलिंग, राइट. जैसे स्टीलिंग क्या है, किसी का नुकसान करते हो और आपका फ़ायदा होता है. तो इस वन साइडेड रोस्टिंग में क्या होता है, किसी की खुशी आपने छीन ली एंड देन यू जस्ट गेट हैप्पी. So if everybody can try and just not do that, like I try to inculcate that in my own life, and I think we can all, and that's one step forward in that direction, Khushi ka book. So I'm glad she brought that subject, and I think it's very important for mental health also of people. So those are my points. Thank you so much for listening. इससे ज़्यादा बोलूँगा तो मामी कहेगी तेरा टाइम खत्म हो गया था. You just so okay. So thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Mr. Maheshwari, for throwing insight into Khushi's life. After hearing all about Khushi, now let's give an ear to the perspective she envisages. Khushi's maturity, along with her evolved thinking and creative expressions on a subject she feels strongly about, makes her a young lady of substance.
Is this a dream? Not anymore. Good evening, one and all present here. 10 years back, when my fondness towards reading novels grew, little did I know that one day I'd be holding my debut novel. And this has only been possible due to the constant support and faith my family had in me. Family comes first, and rest, everything follows it. I extend a warm thank you to all my clan members who attested that this dream of mine gets wings. My parents have always ensured that I chase my dreams and weave them on my own. I must acknowledge I am blessed. For children, these days are burdened in the vicious circle that society puts them in. They are made to tread the road that already people have already trodden, and they also accept it as naturally as the fellow passengers. Even thinking of leading such a life, had I not got supportive parents, gives me goosebumps. Growing up, Voka Boom had made me a lady of substance. Definitely not by arming me with weapons, you see, but with more disastrous tools. For it's a top-notch clandestine, let me tell you. It's words, words and words. Blooming and refining my skills under the aegis of Delhi Public School Sirsa, I have grown up, and I would extend a warm thanks to the management, the principal and the staff for entitling their faith in me. Looping back, waste number 42 for mere textual context is a fictitious yawner. But inspired from my personal life, it's like almost 60% of me is poured into a figment of my imagination. Just as they say, light blooms like. So, when I say the word beautiful, what is the first word that comes up to your mind?
Gorgeous, charming, alluring.
Anybody else? Yes? Anybody from the audience? Okay. So the word, yes, okay. So the word that comes to my mind and which none of you here came up with is chubby. Yes, you heard me right. Chubby. Isn't chubby a trait included in our definitions of beautiful? Chubby is the word, not cuss.
नकुल
Bullying often starts right from the birth cradle. We all wear a bad mask of identity on our visage, which glorifies our traits, but hidden behind is the true persona we behold. It cannot be faked, and that's more by the way you treat an overweight, acceptance or rejection, followed by or by no bullying, and there's no third way. What I want from this book is that people should accept themselves as naturally as they are, without any ifs and buts. As Mr. Charles Richard says too, change the way we lead life, not the life itself. To all the Tanyas sitting here, hanging there, a stranger feels you. When the world seems devoid of hope, look at the sky and count the stars. You can't count them all, right? This is exactly the case with the hope. Maybe the jar of hope is filled and bubbling, but is yet to be discovered by you. Believe in the magic your soul beholds. Thank you.
Wow, congratulations, Khushi. May this be the first step towards your contribution to changing the world. Words can even move the mountain. This is synergic power in every sense of the word. Words motivate people to take action and make a difference in life. I feel immense pleasure in inviting our chief guest, Dr. Kumud Bansal, on the stage to address the gathering.
Can we have a big round of applause, please?
It's Khushi's good luck that sun is shining bright. And in her book also, this is the theme, that there is rain and there is sunshine. And I want to just add one thing, that for a flower to blossom, it needs both rain and sunshine. So if you have to shine in the field of literature, you have to go through the path of criticism also, severe criticism. And more you are criticized, more you will shine. That is one thing. And when I was going through the book, I saw Khushi when she was very small. And after that there was no interaction with her, nothing of the sort. So one day Dipali phones me that Khushi has written a book which has to be launched. I did not even ask the name of the book, the theme of the book, nothing. Because book was not important. Khushi's effort to write the book was far more important than anything else. So for me that was the only consideration, that a child just of 17 years, I mean she is going to complete her 17th year now, so one has to start writing the book at least 1 year before. So how many of us have written book at the age of 17? At least not me. You may be writing diaries, you may be writing in different sort of social media also. There may be different ways of expression for anybody. Painting is one expression, dancing is another expression, music is another expression. So writing is also equally an expression of one's own personality, one's own dreams, one's own level of consciousness also. Like in dancing, like in music, people appreciate M.S. Subbalakshmi's music because that comes from her soul. One cannot forget. Why we remember Shakespeare, Charles Dickens, any other writer for that matter, Kalidas? Because they have gone through the experiences themselves and kept refining and refining. That is the only way. If you have to write one page, it is my suggestion, and this is what I have done in my life, you go through at least 1,000 pages written by somebody else. Because through those 1,000 pages, you are peeping into so many other persons' lives, characters' lives, periods, nuances, and you will enrich your words. You will have vast treasury of words with you. To explain a blue color, blue is not the only word. if you don't know the various meanings of blue also, which blue describes which facets of nature, that has also to be learned. So this book reflects on many things, many things. The first thing I read from the very few pages was, our cleansing depends on us. What a depth in it. Can anybody else detox you? Nobody else can. It is your system, whether physical or mental or emotional and intellectual also. We need so much of intellectual detoxing today. So who else than your own self? This is what Khushi is saying. I agree with her. That is one of the points. So when you pass through her book, continuously read through the pages, you find so many things. Loneliness is there. It may be the outcome of bullying. It may be the outcome of not being adjusted with your own self. Because bullying, why should anybody be hurt? If you are taking in inwardly, then only you will feel hurt. Otherwise, bullying is just like she has written. There are 6,500 languages and bullying is one of them. So all of us have gone through bullying, but it is a tragedy that these days bullying has become torturous. In our days also, when we were in school, 1970s or late 60s, ragging, some sort of ragging was there. Just I would say, like we say, breaking the ice sort of thing. But this aspect of bullying which she has brought in the book is a concept of 15 or 20 years old only. And really we have seen many upcoming doctors committing suicide because of bullying. So that is I think the very good concept she has brought out, a relevant concept also in this age. And when she describes various characters in her book, whether it is Peter, whether it is psychiatrist, whether it is Tanya's mom, whether it is Tracy, whether it is Tanya herself, I think her descriptions are quite good. They create a sketch of the person before your mind. And you start imagining that how would Peter be, he is aisa hai, ya Tanya is what type of Tanya would be like. Because she can, I would say, she word sketches she has created. Not only pencil or sketches on the canvas, but words are there to create sketches in your mind of the characters which she is describing. And not only I would say characters, when you go through her books, she has beautifully described the lawn in her school, the park in front of her home, whether it is her home or Tanya's home. I would say her home because she is the writer. And she describes the night sky also. And then she gets up very early in the morning and she is looking at the watch clock when it will strike 5 or 5:30, something like that. And those moments, passing from her getting up at midnight and going through all those things, are beautifully described. Very beautifully described. Those passing moments and each second and everything. So, and she has also said in her book that there is no need to categorize. I do agree on that point, and J. Krishnamurti, the greatest philosopher of the previous century, has also said that there is a difference between describing a truth and adding a value judgment to it. When you describe a truth, a fact that I am wearing a maroon sweater and cream color sari, that is a fact. But when you add value to it that maroon is bad, then you have added a value judgment to a fact and you have categorized it positively or negatively. So describing a fact is okay, because otherwise we cannot live. We cannot live. If I have to describe somebody sitting before me, I have to describe without adding a value judgment. So that is the life. So we have, and everybody must learn this fact, that describing a truth, describing a fact is something very different from adding a value judgment to your fact. So that is also one of the differences. She has been very beautifully, very capably crafted. I would say crafted. And she further also says, initially I was given 10 minutes slot, but I think I have to carry on for some more time because Dipali told me that Dr. Vadva has not come, so you can take her time, his time also. So I am lucky that I will keep continuing with my these. And one thing more, she has given in her book is that negativity is deep rooted in human psyche. I slightly differ from here with Khushi. Deep rooted and positivity are equally deep rooted in human psyche. It is up to you to which wavelength you tune your mind. So tuning of your mind, fine tuning. There are so many channels in the TV. Remote is in your hand. You can fine tune with whatever you like, negativity or positivity, whatever you like. It is, everything is in this world. And in our scriptures, it is very beautifully described. Aham Brahmasmi. एक कितनी बड़ी स्टेटमेंट है कि मैं ब्रह्म हूँ, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि, एंड द अदर वे राउंड, इसमें संस्कृत में ही बोलते हैं तत् त्वम असि, यत् पिंडे तत् ब्रह्मांडे, यत् ब्रह्मांडे तत् पिंडे। जो कुछ ब्रह्मांड में है वो मुझ में है, और जो कुछ मुझ में है वो ब्रह्मांड में। Even if a single person of us is carrying violence, there will be violence in this world, no matter what. Because every one of us is connected in some way or the other. And there is a level of consciousness which is called group consciousness. So which type of people you float around affects your level of consciousness. So you have to be very careful about that, and until and unless Maharshi Arvind said that seventh race will not come here until and unless say every single human being on this earth has crossed the sixth level. So if I am not willing to cross, be sure you will also not cross. It is like polio drops. एक भी छूटा तो सुरक्षा चक्र टूटा. So we are like that only. Each one of us affects the other, and surroundings also affect us. So we have to be very careful about our lives. Negativities will be there, conflicts will be there, struggles will be there. We or nobody can escape from these. Nobody. It's only how you handle them. Handling of your two different styles of struggles, conflicts, it may be within yourself and what is Corona these days. I would say that nature is repaying us what we gave to nature. हमने भी तो उसके साथ बहुत अत्याचार किया है ना. So nature is paying us well. And the tragedy is that even now we are not willing to learn our lessons for rest of our humanities, for coming generations. So everything is related. This is what I am trying to say, that this book is also relating to all these concepts, whether it is alienation, whether it is depression, whether it is a habit of eating in depression, whether it is a habit of not eating at all in depression, alienation, negativity, everything is there in the book. It is up to you to which point you fine tune yourself. So I think your guest has arrived. No? And she also in the end of in her book, she says that the mantra which she professes is, when you can't change certain things, try to adapt accordingly. That is a good way to carry on peacefully with your conflicts, with your struggles. But people or society or generations do not remember those people who adapted to the circumstances. Generations only remember those people who made the path for others to tread upon. So, adaptability to a certain point is good, but Khushi, we expect you to make different paths in the field of literature. And don't get adapted to anything. Just be rebellious. You create your own path. अगर गांधी जी ना होते, भगत सिंह ना होते, सुभाष चंद्र बोस ना होते, तो क्या हमें वो रास्ते मिल पाते जो हमको स्वतंत्रता तक ले गए? और अगर वो भी यही सोचते कि हम अडेप्ट कर लेते हैं सोसाइटी से, so peacefully they would have lived, and peacefully we would also have lived under British rule. So I think every one of us should adapt and simultaneously create a new path. I think that is one of my differences with the author. And in the end, somewhere second or third last page, she refers, light is not there, I will start shouting. She asks herself, who doesn't like to dream? All of us like to dream. If we have a Maruti 800, we want to move to a higher thing. If we have one canal kothi, we want to move to 4 canal kothi. If Khushi has written one book, she must and she should dream of writing many books. A fat people dreams of being a slim and fit. That is his or her choice. But we must dream. Dr. Abdul Kalam, everyone must have heard his name. He was our president, and the respect which he earned throughout the world is unparalleled. And this is what he said: dream during the day, not while you are sleeping. Because when you are sleeping, most of the things you forget when you wake up. So dream when you are in a state of Jagriti, Purna Jagriti, total awareness. And J. Krishnamurti has called it choiceless awareness. जब आपको बहुत भूख लगी होती है, तो क्या आप ये चूज करते हैं खाना, या आप खा लेते हैं? खा लेते हैं ना? अभी 30 तारीख को, क्योंकि सभी लोग अपने ही सर्कल के बैठे हैं, व्रत आने वाला है. You choose to fast or you choicelessly fast. So we have to attain that level of consciousness in ourselves that we reach to a level of choiceless awareness. Like अभी हमको जो है प्रकृति को exploit करना बंद करना है. We have to have a peaceful coexistence with nature, with our natural resources. And there is no choice. Otherwise, we are already having a variant of corona. How many more coronas or how many more pandemics we want in this world? Is this what we want to give to our coming generations? And obviously we will pass it on if we do not change, if our generation do not change, if our generation is not conserving natural resources in whatever form it is. So that is the dream she is talking about. I may have added my things into it. Her dream may be of writing lots and lots of books. But every one of us has to dream, have to dream, and should dream. And not only dream. We have to make efforts to realize those dreams. ड्रीमिंग इज गुड. क्या लगता है ना, रजाई में बैठ के सुबह से दोपहर तक हीटर चला लो, गरम गरम कॉफी, आपकी बहू है तो वो दे देगी, सास है तो वो दे देगी, मम्मी है तो दीपाली को दे देगी, खुशी को दे देगी. कुछ नहीं लगता ड्रीमिंग में. बट व्हेन यू स्टार्ट moving towards your dreams, when you start effort for realizing your dreams, that is where you are creating a path for your own self and for others. And I think I will come back to the book now, because that is our main focus today. These are the only points which I have picked up from Khushi's book. And all of us would like Khushi to write you many books. And of course, we are not assessing your book from the point of view of a 50-year-old writer or 70-year-old writer. We are assessing your book or appreciating your book as you are just 17 years old. So if you want to move ahead, keep moving. Keep moving. That's what we can say. And now I will request every one of us to bless Khushi. I will say Khushi Mohanta, you will say keep writing, keep writing. Khushi Mohanta. Keep writing, keep writing. Khushi Mohanta. Keep writing, keep writing. Khushi Mohanta. Keep writing, keep writing. Congratulations Khushi, and thank you for bearing with me.
Thank you, ma'am, for your presence. Your gentle words of appreciation are a source of encouragement. Now I would request Professor Deepti Dharmani to preside over today's ceremony.
Good evening, everyone. It is a pleasure for me to be here among you and launching the debut novel of Khushi. Well, Khushi has been as stranger to me as anybody else, because we are meeting for the first time. But I met her earlier because I read her book. She just told me that 60% of it is her own life. Well, it is always so with writers. You are no exception. But remember, sweet are the uses of adversity. Had you been not obese, this book would not have been here. So thank your waist size, because ultimately it made you write this book. I congratulate you for venturing into creative writing. But more than that, I give you my best of luck, because you have shown that grit to be a writer. It's not an easy thing. We are here, 100 of us. How many of us can write? It takes a great lot of things to be a writer. And then writing a piece of literature is all the more difficult. You see, if I ask you to write some pages on your own experience in school, well, it is difficult, no doubt, but most of us would write it. But writing fiction is difficult. It is difficult technically, stylistically, and thematically. See, what makes a writer? I congratulate the proud parents, for they have had a daughter who is very sensitive, and she has that sensibility to experience and feel close to her heart those things which we overlook. So it is her sharp, keen sensibility that propelled her to experience differently, experience life differently. But experiencing life differently also does not make you a writer. See, there are so many things around us. For example, there are trees here, there is very good decoration being done. We all don't pay attention to it as minutely as a writer or an artist does. So they have very sharp sensibility and they sense things which we do not generally sense. But then only sensing does not make you a writer, as I said earlier. Then what is it that makes you a writer? You have to have fantasy. You have to have sharp imagination. And only then, you see, when we are talking about dreams, what is dream? Dream is again imagination, fancy. See, Brave New World, Aldous Huxley wrote this novel, and he introduced in the concept of what we know, or which doctors later on developed as test tube baby. He was in fact not talking about test tube baby. He was in fact talking about a perfect world, a perfect government, which would decide how many scientists we want, how many engineers we want, how many doctors we want, and they would control the genes, and through that they will produce only doctors in the number that is required, engineers that is in the number required, and so on. That would make the world the brave new world. He could imagine things. हिंदी में कहा है, जहां ना पहुंचा रवि वहां पहुंचा कवि. So imagination makes a writer write things which you and us, you see, you and me do not write. But then again, even that does not make a writer. You have to defamiliarize the thing. आप सबने एक कविता पढ़ी होगी, फूल की अभिलाषा, पुष्प की अभिलाषा. चाहा नहीं मैं सुरबाला के गहनों में गूंधा जाऊं. No. So many writers have written about flowers. But what is it that makes this poem close to our heart? It is because the writer has treated flower as a person, which we usually do not do it. So treatment, how we think, how we write, how we sense, how we treat a thing, that makes it creative. And last of all, Khushi could write a novel because she had the art of words. Kumuji also talked about, she could sketch the characters through words. The word power, even she talks about it in her book. That is, you have to have such sensibility that you can differentiate between 10 shades of black, and then you must also have 10 words for all those shades. Only then you become a writer. So I congratulate Khushi because she has shown all these potentials, and I see her to be a growing writer. I have not brought any gift for you, Khushi, but I know, no, not just blessings, but I assure you, whenever you call me, I will attend your call. I am offering you my mentorship, whatever little bit of literature I know, whatever little bit of craft can I teach you, I will be always ready. And I don't wish that you write so many novels, but I do wish that you write good novels. Good novels that make people remember you, that make your family cherish you. Congratulations and best of wishes for your future. So not only you have proved to be a writer, I wish you will improve yourself as a writer. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words of inspiration. You are a great driving force and a guiding star. We have just received a small note from Mr. Arvind Bansal, President, Sirsa Education Society, for Khushi, who is a very young emerging author amongst us. Sir has announced a small token amount of 5,400 towards encouragement and appreciation. Sir, I would please request you to come and say a few words for her.
Sridhar has a complaint from me that I didn't give him enough time to say. So let's.
Actually, ये टाइम ना आवाज सही आ रही है ना? ये मैं और कुछ नहीं बोलूँगा, खुशी स्टैंड अप। इसको मैंने ना सुबह आज थोड़ा प्रिपेयर किया था, पर ये डरती बहुत है, ठीक है? So like इसकी बुक लॉन्च है एंड वी वांट टू नो लिटिल बिट अबाउट हर एंड उसका मोटिवेशन क्या था, व्हाई शी डिड इट। अब इट्स ओके, नर्वस है ये, तो इसको माफ करना, बीच बीच में हेजिटेट करेगी, ठीक है ना? सो या खुशी, नाउ वी ऑल वांट टू नो कि बुक तो सब पढ़ेंगे, बट कोर रीजन क्या था एंड व्हाई डिड यू वांट टू राइट इट? ठीक है, बहुत डर रही है, हमें प्लीज इनकरेज करो, प्लीज राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज फॉर हर। So, इस खुशी ने क्या बोला था कि 60% रिलेट करती है, राइट? सो हाउ डू यू रिलेट? स्टार्ट विद दैट एंड देन आल्सो
Many of you have seen me, like ma'am has seen me in Eurokids. I was that round face, dimple chin, rosy lips, and that chubby cheek girl. And like in the winters, if I wore red, I would look exactly the replica of tomato. So,
I was right. Just listen to me.
So yeah, don't make me laugh. I won't stop. Okay, so yeah, I was kid back then. Like people used to say me, chubby cheeks, rosy lips. ठीक है, I used to wave it off. चलता है. And then I had that habit. I was like, I had a very sweet. I still have it. And I used to sneak in the Almiras, and then I used to go and like take out one toffee. And like I used to hide one in my pocket, and I used to take one in out. Like Mama will say, you're taking two. I have to show one, and one was in my pocket. So, but back then I didn't care about it. And then one time, like family used to say, you have to control, you have to control. Okay, and like nobody cares about that. Family is saying, okay, I will get into the figure. And then like people outside used to console me, like, you will get into shape, no matter. Okay, yes, I will get into shape. And then in the night, one more laddu or one more. because that like you can say that back support which I will get into shape was there, always there. So yeah, it went on like this many times. I also struggled like Tanya, like skirt sizes. They used to change like in the night, I get fit into those sizes, and in the morning, that's cut. Oh my God, what did I eat in the night? And then I was like, no, what should I do? So I have done many times. Like I'm wearing casual uniform to school today, not in DPS, but like it was way back when I was small. And why I used to say like it is not washed, but the reason was because I couldn't fit into that at that time. People hoax it like this way, but it is a struggle back then. When you are a kid, you wave it off, but when you grow up, it pinches you somewhere. Like when people hoax on you, like you are obese, or like I myself got like people used to say me that. This is a chair, like suppose we have those benches in school back then, and then people used to say me like it is for two. Would you need one bench alone for yourself, or like would you adjust with the other one? So at times it used to pinch like thorns and spines. But okay, like I think all that which got accumulated over past 17 years is right in this book now. And then like after times in my 10th, it was in my 10th that I started in gymming, because none sport, like I tried many sports and none of them were effective. I tried swimming, I tried badminton, I tried football and none of them was effective. And I was never good at games. So in my school, we had games period, and I used to accompany the teacher till the gate, because he used to see me. Obviously, everybody had to leave, and then there was this gate, and I used to like slightly creep from it, and I used to go into the library and sit, because nobody used to come there. And whenever I saw there's some teacher sitting there in the library, I used to just linger my time in the corridor, but I won't go to the games period like. And then I used to carry one novel. I used to read it somewhere in the school. But after that, when my 10th and 11th, then I started gymming. But it's like my novel says that dreaming is like the nicotine in cigars. It has that addictive power. Like you cannot leave cigarette. If you start smoking, you cannot leave it at once. There's still that thing that if you are like, after you have left it for an year, but then somebody will say, oh, would you like to go for a joint? Yes. So dreaming is like that. But similarly, coming back to the point, coming to the loop, similarly it was like this only, that I couldn't leave it. But then I started gymming and all, and then once it was on my nerves that I have to get in those pants, I have to get slim, it was on. And then accompanying was like Rishabh, his younger brother's engagement was there, and then marriage. And I was like, he is my favorite brother, I have to get into that lehenga now. So, and then the journey started now. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, Khushi. See, it's okay. Kuch nahi hua na? You survived. You survived. So, tali house.
Thank you so much, Khushi. That was so wonderful. Now I would request Ms. Dipali Mohanty to give the vote of thanks.
Last but not least, it's time to express gratitude. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. It's a privilege to stand before you to place on records the contribution of every beautiful soul out here behind the success of today's event. We extend our hearty gratitude to the Almighty for blessing us and making today's occasion a resounding success. From the depth of my heart, we thank our chief guest, Dr. Kumud Bansal, and guest of honor, Dr. Deepti Dharmani, for sparing their precious time to grace the occasion. I deeply admire your sense of appreciation. We are extremely thankful to our special invitee, Mr. Sridhar Maheshwari, for joining us today. We are fortunate enough to have a group of friends who are our extended family, and extend a loving thanks to all our beings, Mr. Manoj Peenal Goyal, Dr. Mahip Shelza Bansal, Mr. Neeraj Mansi Gupta, Dr. Ankush Rima Mehta, for a constant support in making this event a great success. Our sincere thanks to the audience for adding color and festivity to today's event. Without you all, this event would have been so achromatic. Thank you so much.
Last but not least, those who wish to explore the world beyond weight, struggles and bullying can hop on to the Bon Voyage of Waste number 42. You can purchase your copies from the counter and get them signed by the author. Please do join us for the refreshment. Thank you.
आ भाई छोटे नवाब वहाँ अकेला बैठा थे नहीं अकेला बैठा